In this episode of GTV, we will talk about summer school, the history of Paul Kinder, a reminder about 4A's, a staff highlight, and April Fool's Day.
Grizzly TV starts right now.
Hey Grizzlies, welcome back to another episode of GTV.
I'm Emily Ritza.
And I'm Emma Bowen.
Emma, what are you doing over summer?
I got stuck in summer school.
Well, not all summer school is bad.
I guess you're right.
How about we get you excited for summer school with Jordan?
The summer school dates are June 3rd through the 27th.
Yeah! Well, I'm about to hit the streets to go to summer school, yo!
So much selection. Shoot, class is overbooked.
Kinder Middle School is on the freaking hook! So many applications, I might get overlooked.
Take a class to make it last. So many classes to choose.
Facts to get cooking, math to get thinking, classes galore, you can get more knowledge. Really fun of crisis, not even a dime. You know that you'll have a really fun time.
It's summer school, yo. That's how we go.
It's BKMS and that's how we roll.
The summer school dates are June 3rd through the 27th. There are two sessions. One is 8 to 11 a.m. and the second is 11:45 to 3 p.m. All applications are due to your counselor by Friday, April 12th, 2019.
What are you excited about for summer school?
I'm excited to be able to spend time with my friends over summer.
The part I'm excited for the most about summer school is that the fact that I can take a cooking class and I enjoy cooking.
Emma, did you know that our school wasn't always called Paul Kinder?
Yeah, I did. It changed from Sunnyvale to Paul Kinder in 2014.
Let's switch over to Zoe to learn some more about Paul Kinder history.
Hey Grizzlies, it's Zoe. Paul Kinder has been here for about 17 years. Let's go find out some history.
I have worked at Paul Kinder Middle School for 10 years. This is my 10th year that I'm finishing up. Prior to that, I also worked at Paul Kinder Middle School when it was Sunnyvale as a teacher for 1 year. So total number of years that I've worked at this building is finishing up 11 years. My earliest memory of our school was when it was named Sunnyvale. And I was a teacher next door at Sunny Point, and Dr. Kinder came to me and asked me if I would be interested in transferring to Sunnyvale as a teacher at that time, as a language arts teacher. And he thought it was an opportunity for me to get a little bit of middle school experience. It would be good for me. Of course, at that time, the building was under construction, and I was excited about the opportunity. There's a lot of interesting things about our school. I think off the top of my head, one interesting thing, and the further we go on in time, the less people remember that at one time it was named Sunnyvale Middle School, in that the name was changed to Paul Kinder Middle School to honor our, at the time, retiring superintendent. Sunnyvale, which is now Paul Kinder, was the only school that a bond was passed, the building was built, it was staffed, and then opened with students, all under the career time frame of Paul Kinder, our superintendent. So it is a true honor to be the principal here with Paul Kinder's name on the front of the school. So certainly an interesting fact. I think another interesting thing that I remember, because I was a teacher at Sunny Point before this building was ever started construction-wise, and this was a farm field. This was a cornfield, bean field, and was farmed. Where our current football practice field is right now was actually a pond. And at that time, principal at Sunny Point named Mr. Barnhart, who actually hired me as a teacher, he put a boat on that pond and fished it and caught fish out of it. That pond obviously is gone now and has been replaced, and the land moved around and filled in to where it is served as a practice field. But I think certainly that is very interesting.
My name is Ronnie Maupin. I have been at Paul Kinder Middle School since we opened the building, originally named Sunnyvale Middle School, in the fall of 2002. And in 2014, we earned our new name, Paul Kinder Middle School. My earliest memory of Paul Kinder Middle School was actually when we were Sunnyvale Middle School. We were supposed to open this building in 2002, in the fall of 2002. They had ran into lots of construction problems, I think, more bedrock than they expected, and lots of other things I probably don't know going on. We did not come here and start the year here. We started the year at what is Valley View High School right now. That was Hall McCarter Middle School, Hall McCarter Junior High before that. We were there all first semester, wondering when we were going to get to move into this awesome brand new building, and I'm sure those kids were really anxious to get over here. Finally, I believe it was maybe right before Christmas, we got to come over, start to work in our rooms, and then one day we brought all of our kids to Hall McCarter, dropped them off there. Those buses left. We came back, the buses came back, and we brought every single kid from Hall McCarter over here on the buses. That morning, I remember it was a really big deal. The cheerleaders from the high school were here. The band from the high school was here. Big old production out here in the parking lot, and we finally got to come in here. We didn't even have the cafeteria ready. We had to take lunch orders in our room, and we got to eat in our room, I think, like for about 2 weeks. But at least we were in our brand new building, and it was really cool. Interesting facts about Paul Kinder. Honestly, there's not a lot of people, a lot of teachers that are here that were original Sunnyvale staff. I know Mr. Pollard, Mrs. Travelant, myself, anybody that I've forgotten, I apologize, but there are not a lot of us left here. The very first year we opened as Sunnyvale Middle School, Mr. Goddard was actually the English teacher on a team that I was teaching on in 7th grade. So he was one of our original teachers too.
Wow, I didn't know much about Paul Kinder. Thanks, Grizzly. Signing off for GTV, I'm Zoe Nicholson. Now back to you in the studio.
Emily, did you qualify for the Worlds of Fun 4A's trip?
No, I still need a club.
Let's go to Bree for a reminder.
Hey Grizzlies, I'm Ren Monterosa, and today I'm going to be going over all the 4A's. First 4A, attitude. For one, you can't have ISD or OSS. This is an example of what you shouldn't do with your teachers.
I see now. But that means no 4A's. I don't care.
Is Buddy here?
Here.
Is Brianna here? Guess not. The next day is attendance. You must have 90% or above to qualify. The third A is academic. You can't have anything below a C. As you can tell, Liam will be making it to the 4A's and Brooke will not. The fourth A is activities. You have to be in at least one before or after school activity. Well, I hope you make it to the 4A's. Signing off for GTV, I'm Brianna Monteros, and back to you in the studio.
It's time for a
Hey Grizzlies, it's Ashlyn. In last episode, we interviewed 3 students for a student highlight. Now we're flipping the scripts and interviewing our administrative staff. Let's go get interviewing.
Hi, I'm Mr. LeBou. I am one of the assistant principals here in the building along with Mr. Sepperly. You guys are lucky. I love to talk about myself. I have 4 children. One's a 3rd grader. Her name is Emery, and I have a 2nd grade son. His name is Brooks. Kindergarten son, his name is Owen, and I have a 3-year-old. His name is Isaac. Right now we're playing soccer, playing baseball, running around like wild maniacs trying to get from one practice to the next, and that's my life right now. That and watching Disney movies all the time and listening to Kids Bop. I have worked in a variety of districts, both big and small. Last year I taught social studies at Brittany Hill Middle School. Prior to that I was a principal in Lexington, Missouri, which is a small town. There are more students at Paul Kinder Middle School than the entire school district of Lexington. So just kind of wrap your brain around that for a little bit. Pretty small district. I taught at Lucy Franklin for a little bit. I taught in Odessa for a little while. So I've been a lot of places, taught a lot of different grade levels, and worked with a lot of different students and teachers. My favorite part of being here probably, I've told you I worked in a lot of small schools before, and I think one of the things that I like about working here at Paul Kinder and also in the district too is that this is the largest district that I've ever worked in, largest building that I've ever worked in, but I think the teachers and the students and everybody else works really hard at making it feel like a family, kind of in the same way it was when I worked in some smaller towns and some smaller districts. My favorite movie, kind of depends on the mood I'm in, but I'd say the movie that I've probably watched and rewound the most would be The Shawshank Redemption.
I have been married to my wife, Kelly, for 30 years, and we just had our 30th anniversary on March 18th. Her and I...
Just video.
Okay, so whatever I'm saying won't necessarily be playing.
No.
When you show it.
We're going to have your interview, so the words, whatever you say in your interview is going to be over the...
Teacher at Brittany Hill Middle School. She teaches 6th grade reading, and she's also taught elementary. We have 2 awesome kids. I have a son named Hunter. He is 25 years old. Do you like that class? Yeah. Missouri, and he works and lives in Steamboat, Colorado. A fur baby named Luna, and we just love him and her a whole bunch. Come on in, Lisa. Because her name is Hannah. Both her and Hunter are graduates of Blue Springs High School. Went to Blue Springs School District, kindergarten through 12th grade. Hannah is a student at Missouri State University, and she wants to be a nurse. She's a dynamite young lady, and her mom and I love her a whole bunch too. My dad is living, and my stepmom, they live in Lake Tapawingo, so just down the street from our school. One unique thing about my dad is he is the mayor of Lake Tapawingo, so we're really proud of him, and fortunate him and my stepmom are in really good health, even though they're approaching 80 years old. I am in my 10th year as being principal at Paul Kinder Middle School. Prior to being principal here, I was the principal next door at Sunny Point Elementary. I was there for just a little over 3 years. Prior to being the principal at Sunny Point, I was the principal at Thomas Oltekin Elementary for 3 years. So I'm finishing up my 16th year as being a lead principal in our district. So I've been very, very fortunate to have these great opportunities and work in these awesome buildings. I've also been a teacher at Sunny Point. I taught 4th and 5th grade, and I've been a teacher here. The first year it opened, I was an ELA teacher for 1 year. Oh gosh, I will tell you that I have what I think is the best job in the district, the best job in the city. I really enjoy coming to work. I have fun coming to work. We have a great staff. We have great kids, and they have awesome families. And it brings me great pride and pleasure when I see our students go on to high school and college and adult life and be successful. It's really hard to pick one favorite thing, but I will tell you, I really enjoy working with students and parents and helping them with our great staff, helping them achieve and mature and be the best that they can be. And it's really a fun job. I've been very, very lucky. I've been very, very fortunate, and I have a lot of people to give credit to for helping me get to where I'm at. And gosh, I just really love coming to Paul Kinder. And they actually pay me too, and that's a cool part of my job, but not my most favorite. I really like my job. I love purple, and of course that fits in very nicely here at Paul Kinder Middle School. I have all kinds of things clothing wise that are purple. I would say my second favorite color is blue. My high school was Raytown High School, and we were the Blue Jays, and blue was at the top of my list. I would say that's number 2 right now for sure, but purple and blue right at the top.
I actually have a wife. Her name is Anna, and I've got 3 kids. Violet, who is 5, Scarlett, who's 3, and Dean, who is 1. Another thing that I do is maybe a little interesting is I sing in a professional choir called the Kansas City Chorale. You should check us out, kcchorale.org. Got a lot of recordings on there, and we do a lot of concerts around the area, so check us out. We're on Twitter and Facebook as well. So I started my career at William Bryant Elementary, which is the elementary school over by South High School right across the street, and taught there for 3 years. I taught music, so I had kindergarten through 5th grade, taught music every day, and that was a really good time. Taught there again for 3 years, and then I left William Bryant, actually came here. My first year teaching here, it was Sunnyvale, and then my second and third year here is whenever it changed to Paul Kinder, and I taught choir here, so 6th, 7th, and 8th grade choir, and then then after that, I went to the Freshman Center, and I taught there for 2 years, taught choir again there. And then this is my first year back to Paul Kinder as one of the administrators. I would say one of my favorite parts of my job is getting into the classrooms and seeing what students are doing day to day. Sometimes when we're up in the office, we kind of miss out on those things. And I, as a former teacher, really miss being in the classroom from time to time. So it's really good for me to get out into the classrooms and to see our great students here at Paul Kinder and all of the really wonderful things that they're doing and learning day to day. Do I prefer singing or dancing? That is an easy one for me. I'm a former choir teacher. I much prefer to sing. Also, I'm a really terrible dancer, so I would be mortified to be seen in public dancing. So I would much prefer to sing. Absolutely. That's an easy one. Map testing. We are so excited because do your best on the test. Take 2. Do you guys have one of like the slappy things? No. Come on. What are you doing over there? Huh? Okay. You what? And cut.
Thanks, administrators. Signing off for GTV, I'm Ashlyn Okenquist. Now back to you in the studio.
Hey Grizzlies, we're back. Yeah, our next story is totally ratchet.
When have I ever said ratchet?
IDK, LOL. April Fools!
Our next story is an April Fool's Day challenge.
Let's go check it out.
That was pretty fun. Now signing off for GTV, I'm Marielle Lasker.
And I'm Garrett also.
And back to you in the studio.
I want to be Bill.
Hi, I'm everybody's.
What happened to my room?
This sounds like a personal problem.
What?
I don't know what to do.
I will help you.
So my computer's in my room somewhere.
Yo, open up the cabinets.
Everyone help.
Open up.
Nope. We can't fit.
Like my dad?
I was scared.
Don't go into the closet.
I'm gonna do that one time.
They're recording him.
Do you see this?
Your computer's gonna be in like someone else's classroom.
It's floating, it's right there. Yeah, it's floating.
Need help floating. Why is there I know.
Is it behind your backpack behind you? Yo.
In your backpack? So do I have to find this before you're done?
Mine is like my dad.
You're looking right at it.
You guys are such a Wait, what is he looking for?
It's computer.
That is easy to find at the beginning. You're a blind. Where is it? I'm not. Oh, there it is. Oh, I see. Coconut. I see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, shoot, it's flying.
Ukulele.
I'm playing ukulele. Sorry. That one was Blake.
Yay!
Hey Grizzlies, I'm Grace Wendell, and here's this week's weekly announcements. Tuesday, April 2nd, track has a meet at Summit Lakes Middle School. Thursday, April 4th, track has a meet at home.
Well, Grizzlies, that's all for this episode of GTV.
I'm Emily Rizzo.
And I'm Emma Bowen.
And remember, Grizzlies, have a great day.
The Grizzly Way. And happy April Fools.
Well, Grizzlies, that's all for this. The story is totally ratchet.
When
April Fools, you big.
Hey, Grizzlies, we're back.
This is the staff highlight, so you guys sing in the background.
Everybody sing here, alright?
It's time for
April Fools.
Shoot me head!